Hello guys, I'm Mask Cuber. So today we're gonna learn Ortega, which is a more advanced way to solve the Rubik's Cube 2x2. So why is Ortega better than LBL? Because for the Ortega, you only need to solve one side, which is obviously easier than solving a layer. So after you solve a layer or a side on both LBL and Ortega, the OL are the same. So you basically just solve the O by doing an algorithm. Okay, so after you solve the top side as well, you will see that you're gonna get a PLL on the LBL before the Ortega. It's very easy. The last step, which we call XLL, it's very easy that you only need to do this. Before the LBL, you need to do a very long algorithm, even though it's way faster, but still take you longer to solve it. Even though that was a pretty fluent solution for the LBL, it's still not as good as the Ortega, because Ortega really saves some turns and takes less moves to solve it. So now we're gonna learn how to use Ortega. So first you need to solve one side, which I think most of you know how to do it. See, if you have one side with three colors that are same, and just find the other one, just insert it by this way, or you can also do it that way. They're both good. So what if you see one piece as at the opposite side of the color? So what you're gonna do here is, I think some of you might just do it this way, like 3x3. You just move it to here and insert it. Yeah, that's good, but that took you 7 steps, like 7 moves to insert this piece. But I have a better way to do it, which you just move it to the left, and you pair those corners together, and you move it back. So see, it's only gonna take you 4 steps, which are U, R2, U prime, R2. So now let's talk about the red side. So when you're trying to solve the red, you can see that these 2 bars are already solved. So you don't need to move this bar all the way to here, because you can just insert this one, like pair those together and solve the side. And when you see like this piece is very close to the place it's supposed to be, so I think you're just gonna do it that way, which is good, but you can do it this way instead. You can move it to here and insert this piece with 3 moves. So that's gonna save you 3 moves, because for this solution you might take 7 moves, but for this it's only gonna take you 4 moves. And you can also do it this way, like you just move it to the up and pair these 2 and go back and insert it. They're both fine. Okay, and that's it for the tricks for solving one side. And now we're gonna do some OLL practice. So after solving one side, the OL cases are just the same as solving one layer. They're all the same. So for this case, you just do a anti-soon, which you can just do it this way. It's all good. I think all of you know how to do it, right? Now let's see another example like this case. I think for a 3x3, which is like that, you are gonna do it this way, right? Or this way. In my CFUB tutorials, you might just have these ways to solve the case. So same for 2 by 2, where you don't need to do you don't need to move 2 layers, just do it like that. See, so here it gives you the top side. And some 2 by 2 OLs are a little bit different as the 3 by 3. For example, this case, I believe that you're just gonna do it like this, same as 3 by 3's OL thing. But we have a easier solution. You can just put it here, so this two, like you put this 2 soft ones on the right and this 2 on the left. You can do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So that's just how you make a cross as the beginner method on 3 by 3. So that's very easy to memorize. And here are some new algorithms. Like for this case, it's similar to this on 3 by 3, where you need to take a lot of moves, but here's the easier solution. You just move, you do R2 and U2, R, U2, R2, and that's it. See, it's very easy. Okay, let's do it again since it's pretty new to you guys. So it's R2, U2, R, U2, R2. So I would suggest you to start at the top, putting your thumb at the top side, and you go down 180 degrees at first. You do a U2, and you go up. You do a U2 again, and just move up. So that'll be more. So that will be way faster. And same for this case, it's you can just do the 3 by 3 algorithm, which is doing a F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, L prime, U, L. And for this one is same. You just it's the soon case. You just do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And for this case, like no bars, like no pieces are at the top, and 2 are here. One's here, one's here. So you can just do the same as 3 by 3, which is totally fine. And you can also do it that way if you want. If you think that's faster for you, you can try this way. The same, you just do a F, and you do 2 RU R prime U prime like this. RU R prime U prime and RU R prime U prime, and you do F prime. So that's all the OL cases that you need to practice on 2 by 2. You can try my ways or your way, like the 3 by 3 thing. It doesn't matter. And if you guys have any new algorithms to solve the OLL and you think it's easier, please write in chat so I'll be able to see it. So here are some XLL cases, and I'm gonna tell you the algorithm. Just try to memorize it. So for this one, it's pretty easy. You can see there are no bars at the top and no bars at the bottom either. So you might see it this way, which looks pretty hard, but if you just move it once or like this, you can realize that it is this case. Okay, so for this case, it's so easy that you just do an R2 and an F2 and an R2, and that's it. So how to solve it a bit faster? I would suggest you to start at the top, putting your thumb at the top side. You do an R2, move it down, F2, R2s. So this can be extremely fast. Just practice 100 times and you will get better at it. For this case, you can see, you can say it's like a 7 case, which this looks like number 7. And there's 1 bar at the top and no bars at bottom. Same if you solve it this way, and you can say it's like no bars at the top and 1 bar at the bottom. All you need to do is to just rotate to the 7 case, and you do a R, U prime, you rotate to the top, yeah, you just rotate it, do R, U2, R prime, U, R prime. So this can also be very fast. So you see, so here's one finger trick that you might want to learn. So you just do this and then quickly rotate it. You first go up and just quickly goes down. See, this looks pretty fast. But here's a faster way to do it. So you can also start with your left thumb at the top, and you instead of going up, you can just move it down, which is also the same. And you do a F prime. You just do the same. R U2 R prime U R prime, which are exactly the same, but really saves you from some regrippings. So you can see your thumb is pretty. So this algorithm is pretty fluent if you start it here. See? Yeah, just practice 100 times anyways. Maybe there's some faster finger tricks for you. And for this one, it's a bit harder that you need to start from here, and there's also one rotation in the algorithm. So let's start it. So you first do a R2, do a U prime, R2. You can do a U prime first and rotate it, or you can rotate it first and do a U2. Well, they're same. Go R2, U prime, R2. So the algorithms are just like this. So here's the algorithm, just do it again. R2, U prime, R2, U2, R2, U prime, R2. Well, this might not be the fastest way to do this, to solve this case. So here's another way that you can do it. So all you need to do is to rotate it to here, and you do a U2, R, U2, R2, F2, R, U2. So let's do it again since it's pretty new to you guys. So again, you just put the soft side on the back and do it. U2, R, U2, R2, F2, R, U2. Well, this algorithm can be very, very fast. Just practice 100 times and you will get better at it. Same for all the algorithms. Just do 100 times, okay? Yeah, you might find some easier finger tricks for you. Okay, since we just learned all the Excel cases, let's do a little PR review. So if you solve one layer, you will see this case where you can just do the algorithm R U R prime U prime R prime F R2 U prime R prime U prime R U R prime F prime. Yeah, I think all of you know this if you have watched my C4 tutorials. But for this ones, I know you can just do this algorithm. Well, that's good, but not the best. So here's the easier way to do it. So you first do a R and do a U prime, R prime, U prime, F2, U prime, R, U, R prime, U, F2. So this is an easier solution for 2x2, but it's not going to work on 3x3, so don't try it. And here are some confusing cases on the XLL where you see like two bars are soft, but they're not one side, which is fine because it's pretty similar to this case. So they're both having each bar on each side. Like they're both having one bar on each side, which is pretty similar. So all you need to do is the same. Just do R2 U prime, R2 U2, R2, U prime R2, but you need to do one move at the last, which is good. And here's some tricks to know what is gonna be your last move after you do the algorithm. So you can see the orange side are here, like the orange bar, and so orange is supposed to be here, right? So these two are like these three are lined up, which means they're soft. They have the same color. So you know if you do a U, you will solve the orange three pieces. So you will know that after the algorithm, you will do a U. See? And same for this case, where you see orange pieces over here, and you want to do a U prime to put those together, so you will know that after the algorithm, you will need to do a U prime. See? So that's how we can estimate the last move. And that's it for the Ortega tutorial, and let me just show you an example at last. So let's see here. So let's see this grandma. It looks pretty hard. Well, it's not really hard. So you can do it in a lot of different ways. Let me just do it in orange in order to make it a bit easier. So for orange, you can see these two parts are soft, and this one is here, this one is here. Right, so you just what I am gonna do is to move it here and go down and pair these two and go down. So here I solved one side. And now let's just continue to solve the top. And here it comes up with a PRL case where you just need to rotate it and do the algorithm. And now let's do another one. So I think orange is so easy, so let's just do with the yellow then, because I really wanted to show you some hard examples. And you see this this piece is over here, it's over here. So since you just learned some new tricks, you can move it to here and pair these two, move it to the right, and solving one side. Well, it's also one layer. And now you might just see that, oh wow, we're pretty lucky, but just do what we learned so far. We just solved the top side and do the last PRL case, which is also a type of XLL. And here's the last example. So in this case, let's just solve the hardest side, okay? Because I really want to show you hard examples as I told you before. So, well, let's do yellow then, because it only takes you 2 steps, well, 2 moves. I'm just lazy. So just solve it with 2 moves. You can see like these 2 are soft, and this one's over here, so you basically just pair these 2 and put them together. And now let's do the top side with the OLL. And you can see the 7 case. You just do it this way to get faster. Well, let's do another one here, because that one was so easy. Let's see, so this one I am just gonna solve with white. So I can just move the piece over here, like that, and solve the side with 3 moves. And now it comes up with a sim case where we just do our algorithm. And oh yeah, here's the 1 bar algorithm. Well, let's just do it. Or you can also do it this way. they're both good. And that's it for our Ortega tutorial. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more. And we're gonna make a CL tutorial probably next week or a few weeks later.